Hi everyone, thanks again for tuning into my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I am providing you with video 4 in the series Cliff Notes for the Lazy Asset Locator. As promised, I have been providing you with information pertaining to attorneys, mobile notaries, and banks in all of the states, just to kind of get you started. This is a continuation in that series. In this video, I cover New Mexico all the way down to Rhode Island, and I also include Puerto Rico in here because I have them listed in alphabetical order. So you can stay tuned to the end if you're interested, and you will be able to screenshot the information and call folks, attorneys or mobile notaries if you're working in those districts. It's a place to start. Before we get into that list, I also wanted to go over a deal that I got in the Eastern District of Illinois. If you recall in a previous video, I worked in that district, and I had a little bit of difficulty with one of their forms because they need a hearing notice. And so I got another deal, and this deal was a lot faster. I didn't have any hangups this time because I had the process down packed. So they still require a hearing notice, but all of that information is uploaded in my course. And again, I do give you a case file of what I went through so that you don't have those issues. And this one worked a lot smoother. So if you're interested in hearing about these particular things, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. So second deal that I got in the Eastern District of Illinois, similar process. I had to fill in a hearing notice. I didn't actually have to go to a hearing or even call in. It's just kind of like a formula, something that they have you do just automatically. And as long as you have all of the documents, you don't really have to call in. It's just kind of automatically granted. And again, I go into further detail in the course with that information. And this is in the $500 course that this information is available. That's the process that I use most of the time. And this is the process that I use for this deal. So this case is from 2008. It's a Chapter 7. I'm not sure exactly why the funds are there. Sometimes you don't always know. I think it's just a refund. It could have been for like a tax refund or something of some sort. So a long time ago, 2008, I actually didn't even call the debtor for this. I actually just sent him a letter. Sometimes I don't always call people. If I see that there's an updated mailing address, I'll send them a flyer or I will send them a letter. And this particular one, he just sent it right back to me, and I didn't really even talk to him. And so sometimes you will get deals that are a little bit easier to handle like that. And some clients are not always so needy. I do think that he probably forgot to get something notarized, and I think I had to send that back. But that was fine. It's prolonged the process just a little bit, but I didn't have any other issues with him. So this was mailed off on January the 25th. It says it right here on the hearing or the order notice. This again was filed in February the 7th. So from January the 25th to February the 7th is when they processed my application, and now I'm just waiting on the check. This is similarly written to the other ones that I've mentioned before. It says it's filed in. It's in the Eastern District of Illinois. At the bottom, you see the judge's signature, and it says the 241580 held in unclaimed funds will be made payable to me. Here it is. It has my company's name and P.O. box. So I will get that check. I'm still waiting on the EFT to come back from the one in New Jersey. Once I get that EFT and this check, I'll come back on and just show you what those look like. So I will be getting $500 from this particular deal. And so if you're a student of mine and you get a deal that's similar to this where you get $500, you basically have gotten your money back. So it does pay for itself depending on, again, what deals you go after, as I mentioned before. All right, so this is what is another case that I got, and I do like working in this district now. Now that I have that hearing form down packed, this is kind of like second nature. So I'm going to continue to work in this district so as long as I can find someone to help. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. Thanks. All right, so in this particular slide, I am going over the questions. Now, if you've already seen these questions of what you should be asking lawyers, the mobile notaries, and the banks, just go ahead and skip forward to the end where you can see the chart. If you're new to watching this, these are some questions that you may want to ask a lawyer if you're trying to reach out, you're trying to get incorporated perhaps, or maybe you're wanting the lawyer to actually handle the unclaimed funds for you. The one question that you want to ask him is, do they handle unclaimed funds? Most bankruptcy attorneys are handling the bankruptcy cases, or they represent the mortgage companies, creditors, and they're actually filing motions on that side of the bankruptcy case. So it's either creditors, rights, or they're going to be doing the debtor's rights. And you may see that language on the attorney's websites when you're looking them up. So that's just basically what that means. Ask if they're handling bankruptcy unclaimed funds. Can they do it for you? What percent would they charge? Keep in mind, the amount of the unclaimed fund would all have to be worth it. Most of the money is going to have to go to the client. It is their money after all. You and the attorney are going to have to split the fee. You want to make sure that's fair. Find out who's going to be doing the paperwork and that type of thing. So ask those questions to the attorney. You can always email or maybe set up a phone consultation. Usually the phone consultations are free, but not always. Here's some questions that you may want to ask the bank. Why do you need a bank? Because these funds are going to be coming to you. You may want to separate your personal business with your business account. You don't want to have your business checks going into your personal account. So you're going to need a business checking account is what I'm saying. Is there a monthly deposit or amount? Yes, you want to know that. Some banks have separate business checkings where there is a lower amount and then there's a middle amount that you need per month, and there may be a higher amount. So you want to find out, is there a minimum deposit amount that you need per month? Because some banks will charge you certain fees. So find out what that is, or even if they have that at all. Some may not have that at all. You may want to cater to like accounts that are catered to small LLCs or small businesses, sole proprietorships, where the amounts are not so high. You want to know if they accept third-party checks. Do they have mobile apps? Those make your life easier. Again, because not every district is going to send you an EFT or electronic fund transfer. There are some districts that are only going to send you a check. And Maryland and Massachusetts will send you the check, but it will also have your client's name on it. So it will say in care of. I have not had issues with depositing the checks that I've gotten like that. I use the mobile app and I have M&T Bank, but you may be in a location that does not have an M&T Bank. So you want to check around and see if are they okay with third-party checks, and make sure you're asking the question properly. Make sure you're telling them that your name is on the check as well because you have a business and you're handling these funds for the particular client. Because if you just say, do you do third-party checks? They will probably automatically say no. But if you're telling them, hey, I have a business, this is the kind of business that I have. I'm searching for, these funds. The funds are coming from the Treasury Department. My check, my business name is going to be on the check too. Maybe they will understand what you're saying. Find out if they have a mobile app. That makes everything so easy. I think most banks now probably do have mobile apps where you can just, do a screenshot, deposit the check into your account, send the funds to your client that way, through PayPal, Cash App, or maybe just send them a check. So ask those questions. The only question that I can think of for mobile notaries is just the location. Just because you find a mobile notary in the state of Illinois, maybe your client is not in the Chicago area. Maybe they're in a different location. So find out how far out your mobile notary goes. Of course, that's always important. Find out also if maybe after the document gets notarized, can the mobile notary actually just mail you the document? Because I have had a client who she got it notarized and she never mailed me back the paperwork. She lost it. Like, some people are just not good with keeping up with papers and filing, and some people are careless. So I'm just saying, if you have one of those a little bit crazy clients that can't get the documents together, you may want to see if the mobile notary can handle it for you, and ask if that's a separate fee, if they can just put it in the mailbox to you. All right. So here's the chart. Again, this covers New Mexico all the way down to Rhode Island. I have included Puerto Rico in here as well. Again, the states are abbreviated over here. I have included one bankruptcy attorney, one business law attorney, and one real estate attorney, because there are some people that maybe are interested in being incorporated. So you're going to want to call a business attorney if you're in New Mexico. Or if you're doing a real estate deal in New Mexico, perhaps maybe you need a real estate attorney. You can reach out to some of these, okay? This is not a complete list. These are just what I could find that had really good reviews, and they're kind of at the top of the list in these particular states. So you can give them a call. The banks are in the middle column. You may want to reach out to them and see if they have, what I was mentioning with the third party and what kind of business checking accounts they have. The mobile notaries are on the right. So you can give them a call if you're in these particular districts. Again, you don't have to use these lists. Some people don't like to do their own research, and so here I am. I'm just kind of assisting you. Now keep in mind, Puerto Rico, there's some things I couldn't find, like certain websites were only in Spanish, so I didn't include the websites for those. But I did find a few attorneys for bankruptcy, business, and real estate, and mobile notaries. If you're in Puerto Rico and you're wanting to do this, you actually can do this as well. And then the last one is Rhode Island, of course. All right, so you can screenshot this, take what you need, refer to it later, call, redo your research. This is a way to kind of get you unstuck, to figure out where you need to start. All right, so I'll give you a moment to screenshot this, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.